Hey guys, it's Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. Today guys, I'm doing paid review 9N41 and a quick wristwatch check. What am I wearing today? I'm wearing a ArchieLuxury Reverso Grande Date. This is a amazing, one of my all-time favorite watches. I just love it. Guys, I'm doing a paid review, and this started off as an urgent phone call. Let me tell you what happened. He sends me an email, and what happened was he sent me an email and says, Archie. He goes, hello sir, I'm a big fan of the channel and all your content. I humbly request your urgent advice on a predicament I find myself in. I recently purchased an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak reference 15300 OR, that's the rose gold on the leather strap, from Torno. I found the timepiece on their website and purchased it for their asking price of $21,000 US. I contacted Audemars Piguet Service Center in Clearwater, Florida to verify the serial number and the timepiece and the serial number of the 312-3120 movement. I wanted to ensure it all matched and make sure the case was the correct case for that exact movement. However, on the open case back, it clearly says 38 joule movement, when the service center told me they never produced that movement other than in 40 joules. I have roughly a week to return the piece and get a refund. So I was hoping to get your expert advice, sir. Is this suspect and should I be worried? I've PayPal'd you $50 US. Please phone me immediately. Time is of the essence. Shall I keep the watch or get my money back? I humbly await your opinion. Thank you for all you do and keep up the great content. I will continue to support you any way I can. Your biggest fan, Abel. And okay, so he's got a 15300. I immediately went on to, I use a website called watchbase.com. Watchbase.com mentions many luxury watches, and it tells you what movement they should be using, and it also tells you things like what functions the watch has, what the number of joules are, the power reserve, just little bits of information. So I actually checked I checked my Audemars Piguet information that I've got, and I checked watchbase.com, and yes, as far as I could see, that particular model of watch, the 15300 OR, should have a 40 joule 3120 movement. Why is it saying it's got a 38 joule movement? Now, sometimes the worst thing that can happen is that the watch itself has had a mismatch, a franken of parts. Someone serviced it, put another part in, or it's a fucking disaster. So he rang me, and all the research I did said it should be 40 joules. And I said to him, look, he sent me some pictures of the watch. I had a look at it. And to be honest with you, the watch looked absolutely legit. It looked legit. Even where it said 38 joules, that actually looked like it wasn't the wrong bit substituted. It actually, which to be honest with you is pretty fucking hard to do. There aren't many bits that would interchange with it. And I said, fuck. And he said to me, he's got a 7-day return window. What should he do? I said, well, look, for starters, first thing I would do is I would go to Torno and say, guys, I love this watch. However, I've run into a small problem. I'm a little bit concerned. Can you extend the return privilege for another week? I won't wear it, but I just want to know something could be wrong here. And I said to him, what you've got to do is the only thing you can really do is get AP to look at it. And he said to me he'd already spoken to AP on the phone, And what he said to me, I said to him, look, it actually looks 100% legit. It doesn't look dodgy, it doesn't look fucked with, it doesn't look like a Franken, or, you know, it doesn't look wrong. So I actually said to him, man, I would be flying down to AP Service Centre and ask for an opinion. Just because they've given you an opinion on the phone, that doesn't mean you've got the correct information. I said to him, you want to know what's happened? I mean, if it so happens, I said to him, often what sometimes happens is, particularly with AP, Audemars Piguet, they make such a small run of watches, there's a few variations. I said, look, someone like Rolex, there's hundreds of variations. Someone like AP, you want to try and, before you go and make a, I said, the first thing you want to do is don't go to Torno and start abusing them, go in heavy-handed. You're going to look like a fucking moron if there is a legitimate explanation to this. I said, the second thing you want to do is be nice to everyone, go in and do your research. I said, yes, it is concerning, yes, but there's so many anomalies here, you've just got to check it out. So he agreed with me. And I mean, the type of person who buys a Royal Oak, you know, I said to him, go down. I said, don't fucking post it. Fly down. Get on a fucking jet plane. Fly down and get 100% answer. He said, yep, good idea. I'm going to do that. So guess what? That's exactly what he did. Took it into AP. Taking it into AP, you're not dealing with the lady in the service center. You're dealing with, you're going to go to the technicians. They'll go back to Geneva. What the fuck is this? Why? What happened? What was the outcome? What was the outcome? What do you think? The outcome was, update, here in Clearwater, Florida, he flew down with the AP watchmaker. This piece is 100% correct. Turns out early models, 2009, 2010, had 38 jewel movements. Go figure. Also purchased an alligator strap and the extract while I was there. Anyways, well worth the effort. Thank you for your advice, Pontiff. There you go. There you go. So, you know, it's funny. You do your due diligence. Don't ever go off half-cocked that you look like a fucking moron. And I've had a number of things. I remember one time, I've had a number of issues similar to this. I had a customer who wanted me to buy a watch at an auction. It was an 18038 single quickset President. He wanted me to buy it. He gave me the money to buy it, of course. I didn't have the funds. I bought it. He said, okay. I said, look, he said, get it serviced through my wholesale contacts. I said, sure. I got it serviced. As I was doing some due diligence, I noticed the reference number, not an 18038, it was an 18238 on the case. And I'm going, fuck! We've got an 18238, which is single quickset. That means some idiot I got really upset. I thought some idiot swapped the movement. It's got the wrong fucking movement. And this is where you need some contacts. And I thought, fuck. I rang my client and said, we've got a big problem here. We're going to have to go heavy-handed to the auction house. I said, this is a big problem. I said, just before I do that, I want to check with an expert. Who did I go and see? Ronnie, Vintage Watch Co. I said, Ronnie, I got this problem. The case says 18238, but it's only a single quickset. What's happened? He said, let me have a look at it. He gets his watchmaker, they open it up, and he says, actually, this movement is it's an 18238 movement. He looks at it closer. What's happened is, now I highly suspect they possibly changed the dial, because I had a factory diamond dial. They possibly changed the dial, and when they put the dial in, they fucked up one of the legs, which I don't know how. I'm not a watchmaker, but I'm just telling you, he was able to repair it. It turned out to be an 18238. So that was a good win. Normally these things end badly. But you've got to, sometimes this is what happens. If you find a problem, go in nicely. Don't go in like a big dick and you're going to look like an idiot if there is a logical explanation. In this case here, I always think if you check the there's nothing wrong. You just so happen to check the movement number. You check this. There's so many things. I remember when Rolex, what they did was they used to have the bracelet, the model numbers at the underneath. On the later bracelets, it's inside. It's between the clasp where the it's not really. It's where the end pieces fit in. It's there now. I mean, you only know that after you thought, fuck, is this a fake bracelet? Is it a fake what? You know, you think, oh. And this is the thing. There's so many little anomalies. You just got to, when you find a problem, get your research. That's why it's good to buy from good people. I mean, Torno would have given him his money back. No problem. But he didn't really want his money back. It's a great watch. And as it turns out, it's 100% correct. So just let that be known. This is how the whole watch area, wristwatches can be tricky fuckers. They really can be quite tricky. You've just got to do your research, do your homework, and if you've got a problem, just look at how the best way to deal with it is. So, yeah, very interesting indeed. Guys, please like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead friends, and don't be afraid to put some negative comments down below. And guys, please remember, man cannot survive on Google ads alone. No. I can't survive on Google's. I depend on paid reviews, paid phone calls to keep me full-time in the saddle. So guys, if you haven't done a paid review, I'd really appreciate it if you did one. It keeps me going. It keeps me energized. I love making these reviews. I love telling the punters the truth. So guys, if you haven't done one, snap, pull your finger out of your asshole and get me to do a paid review. I'm Paul Pluta. Tell me what you fuckaroonies think of that. David SW. Who does ArchieLuxury recommend is the greatest grey market dealer in America? There's only one choice, David SW. That's right, guys. I've got to tell you the honest truth. I have for a long time been looking for the perfect answer. Who do I recommend people go to see? Who do I recommend that people can go and buy watches? And I've got to be honest with you. The greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet is David SW. DavidSW.com. That's right, guys. I have been looking for a contact who I can very nicely refer people to. I am not in the selling business. Customer service, I'm too old to sell watches. I'm too old. I like to recommend my viewers to a reliable source. In Australia, I've got some great sources. There's Sydney Watch Exchange with Cove, Ronnie at Vintage Watch Co, Shani at European Watch Gallery. And in America, who is the best source for pre-owned Rolex, for all the hot models? There's only one person I would recommend, David SW. That is the premier source for pre-owned Rolex. I gotta be completely frank and honest with you. Guys, if you are looking for a hot Rolex model, there is only one place you can go to. David SW. Let's be honest, guys. There's no point schmoozing the dealers, the ADs. They're just a waste of time. Unless you're going to buy 20 pieces, you are wasting your time. What you're better off to do is pay the market premium, and go to a good pre-owned dealer. Who do I recommend? David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That's correct, guys. I want to tell you this now. I 100% stand behind David S.W. David S.W., the greatest pre-owned dealer in the entire United States of America. That's right. The greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, for Patek Philippe, for Audemars Piguet, David S.W. He even does things like FP Journe. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. That's right. If you want to buy a pre-owned Rolex, a Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, there's only one good source I would recommend. David S.W. David S.W. David S.W. I'm Paul Pluta, the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III, and I'm proud to recommend David S.W. See you later. Thank you for watching this channel.